Dr. Hubner, Natural Transplants. I am excited for today. You may recognize this handsome gentleman sitting in the chair. He's actually one of our physicians here, Dr. Kevin Blumenthal. And not only is he doing phenomenal work in Maryland, but he's actually, I think we gave him a complex of his hair, actually. That's why he's here. He would have been fine if he hadn't gone into hair transplants. But he's starting to...
Everybody told me I had such great hair, and I believed it. And then once I started doing this industry, and now I look back at old pictures, and I see the recession I have, and my forehead looks so large, and I feel like I look older than I should look, and so then it gave me a little complex. So now I'm here on the other side, and it's
and believe me, it did take him. It's not easy for him to just come in here and do this. I mean, it was obviously getting on a plane, but it's nervous, and he's even though he does it, being on the other side of this curtain, very if you will, is a very different experience.
Like most doctors, I'm not a good patient, so
we're the worst patients. We are the worst patients, and myself included. So
now I know how you feel and how patients feel, and this is a good thing. Now relate and empathize. Yeah.
Absolutely, this will definitely help you in terms of maybe reassuring patients because you've been through it, and no offense, but when it comes to this kind of stuff, like me. We're kind of wimps, so anyway. So when did you start? Just for the history and whatnot. When did you start noticing that your hair was gone? I mean,
so probably in the last 2 to 3 years, I sort of took note of it. But looking back, like I said, at old pictures, I was like, "Damn, this has been a while."
Okay.
And I just didn't realize it. Never really thought about it. Everyone told me I had great hair. I believed them.
Yeah.
The hair elsewhere is great, but not where I want.
Right.
Up in the peaks and the hairline, the recession, and the corners as well.
And you hide it well. I mean, obviously, you're not bringing your hair back to kind of accentuate those. So,
and I found over the last year, I've really had to kind of change my hairstyle a little bit by covering it, and I don't want to be restricted by just doing one hairstyle. I kind of want to mix it up a little bit and change it up. So this hopefully will allow me to do that.
Awesome. Yeah. All right, man. Well, thanks for sharing your story, of course, and we'll be throughout. The nice thing about you is that you're here every day. Yeah. So awesome. We can do videos
daily.
We'll give you daily videos now. Maybe not that much, but I'll let you relax a little.
Awesome.
But thanks again.
All right, man.
Dun dun dun. Dr. Blumenthal is here. We have drawn out his hairline, his new edges, his new temples, and he had quite a bit of temple loss, which putting it back, you can see in terms of his facial profile, really will add a lot. And
I don't realize I realized there was a lot, but then you shave it and you're like, wow.
When you shave it and you draw it out with that marker, it's like, holy smokes, he is losing a lot of hair. You see how far back his recession goes? So his forehead will be half the size, and obviously still nervous, but we're going to go to the next phase.
The excitement is getting better, more than the nervousness now. So
Perfect.
Perfect. I'm happy. I'm excited. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Awesome. Okay, we're here with Dr. Kevin Blumenthal. As you know, he's one of the doctors here at the Maryland office, but he's here in Florida getting a hair transplant. And Kevin, at this point, has had the he's had the strip taken out. He's had all sewed up, and now we're about ready to start doing the little sites in the front. But overall, Kevin, how is your day going so far?
It's much better than I thought it was going to be.
Good.
Yeah, it's been a relief. Yeah.
Awesome. And this is coming from a guy just like me who, on the other side of this, is deathly scared of needles. You would think, doctors would be, it would be easy for us, but it's actually not. And so he's just been jamming to some music, kind of just in the zone. So as you can see, very little bleeding. I'm going to pan around him here so you can see the suture line, because a lot of people worry about that. And so you can see how clean that is, and how perfectly that came together. And this is literally, he literally just came back from the bathroom, walked around for about 5-10 minutes and sat down. So we haven't even really cleaned it. Yeah. And you can see how clean it is. I don't think it needs to be cleaned, honestly. So awesome, man. He's got some snacks, he's got his music, he's got some TV.
So far so good. I'm gonna be napping shortly.
Cool.
Lay back the nap away,
and that's perfectly fine, man.
I've been doing great. It's been fun.
Awesome. Yeah. All right. Thanks, man.
All right.
Okay, I'm here with Dr. Blumenthal, and he has just finished his surgery here with me here in the Florida office. But Dr. Blumenthal, how was the day? I know when you came in, it was, you know, you were super nervous, deathly scared of needles, blood, where you're gonna, you know.
I know, as crazy as it sounds, yeah, I was pretty amped up and pretty nervous about it.
Yeah.
And it was awesome. Almost every one of my patients says, you know, it was not nearly as bad as they thought, and that is so much the case. It was very. You guys make it really relaxing. Great team, as I already knew before, but to be on this side of it, really shows it. Yeah, I mean, it was great.
Yeah.
Valium helps take the edge off a little bit, but it was awesome.
I was going to ask you, so you had a little Valium.
Yeah.
You know,
numbing shots it wasn't pleasant, but it was doable.
Right.
You know, little bee stings all the way around, but it was manageable.
It's not pain-free, but it's doable.
After that, the rest of the day was really cake, and I kind of snoozed off for a while. I probably fell asleep for about an hour.
Yeah, he was listening to music on. You were listening to music on your headphones and just chilling, man. It was cool.
Just
Even slept.
Found my zen, and it was great. I loved it. It was actually fun.
Look at the way that is going to reframe your face. We really nailed that temple. And it's cool. We were just saying, you know, for the rest of your life, you're going to have a hairline. You're going to have some temples. You don't have to worry about that stuff ever going away. Yeah. Now, the real question is, you know, as he was going from zero density in these areas, more or less, to get that 30 to 35%, is that going to be where he wants to be? Yeah. Sometimes the answer is yes, and people never have another transplant. And sometimes people want to take it from 30 to 60 or 35 to 70 with the second procedure. So we will see.
Yeah. Especially with darker hair and the lighter complexion, sometimes you can see through that a little easier. So we'll see what it shows, and
that's right.
Hopefully it'll be enough.
And the nice thing is he's very close to do follow-ups. He can do a follow-up every day if he wants to. So awesome. Well, thanks for sharing your story.
All right, bye.
All right,
thanks.
Yeah.
Call us now, 844-327-4247, and ask about our Hue and Hue Plus procedures, which move more hair than ever before. Hope to hear from you soon.